Hello, everybody. It's Daniel speaking, and this is our next Emotional English podcast where we learn an English language effortlessly, emotionally, fulfilled with energy, and of course, positively. Another day, another podcast. Today, I have another great topic for you, and I want to discuss the topic about laziness. Laziness. Do you know what is laziness? You can ask yourself, I am lazy or I'm not. So laziness, it's a great noun which describes our actions, right? When we feel lazy, we don't want to do anything. It's the biggest problem, right? When you are not lazy, you are very active. You want to do things, right? So let's imagine why people feel lazy, why laziness attached or attacking their life. What do you think? I have my own thoughts on it, and I say that it's all depends on the situation. First of all, laziness is very provocative. Provocative because, when you go through something, something can provoke your laziness. Let's imagine you have a lot of homework to do, right? A lot of homework, right? Tons of homework. And you don't feel well. You don't want to do it, right? You avoiding, right? Avoiding means you're ignoring your homework. You're trying not to do it. And why you're ignoring, why you're avoiding doing your homework? It's because you're lazy or because of the negative impact of your homework on you. Of course, it's all kind of stuff together. So when people feel lazy, they don't want to do things in the reason of emotions. You feel lazy because you feel like tired or you feel like not well for doing particular thing, right? And that's a laziness. So it's all depends on something, right? The laziness dependent, very dependent thing. When we feel very active, do we feel sad? Do we feel that we don't want to do anything? Of course not. We're active. We want to do things, right? We want to create. We want to make it clear and nice, right? And today, I want to discuss some great things, some knowledges with you, right? I have a great quote from Instagram account. So I like one of the Instagram account. It's the winner.spirit. So this is just different quotes or recommendations connected with your life. And one of the quote about laziness, right? About why people are not lazy, right? Because most people say, I am lazy. I'm not learning the language, right? I mean, English or German or Spanish because I am lazy, but it's not. Just ask yourself, am I lazy? And you can say, indeed. But it's not completely true, okay? It's not completely true. Why? Because like I said before, laziness is just the emotional site inside of your body. So when you feel lazy, it's just negative impact came to your body, and that's why you don't want to do something. But we have another concept here on the website where people say that you aren't lazy, just paralyzed by too many desires. Okay? Let's discuss this little sentence. So people say that you aren't lazy, you have no laziness, you have no negative feedback inside of you, right? I mean, true negative feelings. It's just you're just paralyzed, right? By too many desires. What is a desire? what is a desire? Desire, it's a state when you want to do or when you want to have something, right? Let's imagine I want to have one beautiful ice cream cone, right? What does it mean? It means that I have a desire to eat it. So when I have many desires, let's say I want an ice cream, I want a new phone, I want a new flat, I want to live separately. So now I live with my family, but I don't want to do it, right? Of course, personally, I don't live with my family, but I do have many desires as well as you guys. And if I have many desires, it means that I feel lazy because I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do so many things, right? And that is why I feel laziness. Is it true or not? It's a good question. And I think yes, yes, it is. It is true. Because when we feel, or when we have many desires, we feel that we want to have them here and now, but we don't have enough energy to do those things, right? And that's a trouble. And that's why we're staying in the bed. We're not doing things right now because we have too many desires. We want too much. But what if we will have just a little thing? Let's imagine you deactivate your old desires, your big desires. Let's say you don't want an iPhone anymore, okay? Yeah, you had that desire before, but now you don't want to have that, right? And now you just have only one thing of concentration, right? You have only one thing to concentrate on, right? I have my own concentration on English language, right? It means that I'm ready to spend just a little amount of energy daily. For example, this podcast, right? You spend just a little amount of time and you practicing, you're evolving, you're getting new words, you're getting more practice with your listening, right? With your pronunciation, probably when you repeat after me. It means that you're working on yourself. And these little steps are big. You're gradually working on yourself. You're gradually achieving your results. And the word gradually here means that step by step, you're getting what you want. And you aren't lazy because you're getting a little, but this little makes you a big and active person. Because just combine hundreds or thousands of days together and you'll have a result in the end. Little by little, step by step, you'll achieving your great results. And as more you do, as more you get. It's just so logical, but we feel lazy when we have so many thoughts on things. Am I right? Is it right? You can say, no, Danilo, it's not right. Maybe. It depends. But I see a clear state here. So our laziness connected with our desires. As many desires you have, as, let's say, as less active you are, right? So you don't want to do things when you have many desires. That's the point number one. Next thing we have here, your mind wants 1,000 things at a time. It's a good construction. Your mind wants 1,000 things at a time. You want to eat chocolate. You want to play computer game. You want to finish your homework very fast. You want to kiss the girl. You want to find a friend. So many things. Of course, when you try to solve all of these right away, in a moment, at a time, it's impossible. We need to do one step at a time. It means 1 minute, one step, or 1 hour, one step. 1 day, one English hour, right? Let's say one practice with the amount of 160 minutes, right? And it's enough. It's about 7 hours per week. And it's a lot. It's a lot. It's much more than ignoring or avoiding the fact of practice. And the next part, which I want to ask you is, many people, they ask, you know what? There are so many stuff happening, but how to solve? What is the solution? How to get rid of means deactivate, delete all our desires, right? How to do that? And it is possible. You just need to think of one thing. So we need to practice, we need to train our concentration. When we concentrate on only on one thing, it's a good practice for us. It's a good process. It's a good activity, and it's a good result we're getting in the end. And another great comment here with the new words. Let's read one more sentence here. That is keeping you in a perpetual cycle. Or, there is a vicious cycle. Perpetual cycle or vicious cycle of discontentment and unhappiness, right? Let's call just unhappiness, right? So discontentment is the word when you don't want to do anything, right? It's this struggle, right? It's unhappy feeling when you don't want to do anything. It's a discontentment. That is keeping you in a perpetual cycle, right, of unhappiness. A vicious cycle is a thing when something is repeatable. Let's imagine we have a problem. We're not solving the problem, and we see the problem again and again and again. So this situation is in a perpetual cycle, right? Because you haven't cleaned your room. You see the dirty room again and again and again. It's a perpetual cycle, vicious cycle. And you feel what? You feel discontentment. You have unhappiness inside of you, right? You see it right away. And how to get rid of discontentment, how to get rid of unhappiness, how to stop a perpetual cycle, how to stop a vicious cycle of your life. It's pretty easy. You just need to stop. Just whatever you do, just hold on for a second. Let's think, right? Let's have an opportunity to think for a while, and let's understand something important. What are you doing right now? Are you playing computer games? Okay, that's good. So play computer games fully, completely. So you need to spend all your energy, all your concentration there. If you do yoga, great. So spend your energy there in yoga area, right? So if you're practicing yoga, so concentrate on your muscles, concentrate on the stretching, right? It's vitally important to be in the moment, here and now, one step at a time. Because when you do yoga and you think, oh, I'm hungry, I need to eat something. Oh, what I do have in my fridge? Let me think. I have meat. I have vegetables. It's not a right thing. You feel lazy this moment. You feel, oh, I don't want to do it anymore because I'm hungry, right? But when you have only one step at a time, when you do yoga and you concentrate on your muscle pain, on your stretching, it means that you spend full of your potential in one place. And the same thing with English. When you spend your 1 hour of English language here and now, you are with me here and now. It means that you're not thinking of your friends, you're not thinking of, depends on what you're doing now. Maybe you're just running, right? And some of you guys are running and listening my podcast, right? It's okay. But anyway, your concentration must be somewhere. You can do things consciously and subconsciously, but you can think only of one thing. Don't think of many things at one time, all right? It's vitally important, like I'm repeating here again and again. So let's read this thing one more time, right? Let's understand the knowledge in this text somewhere on Instagram. You aren't lazy, just paralyzed by too many desires. Your mind wants 1,000 things at a time, and that is keeping you in a perpetual cycle of discontentment and unhappiness. So we don't want this in our life, and that's why you aren't lazy. You're here and now. You are with me. You can do only one thing at a time, and this is amazing. It is amazing, indeed. So that's my speech for right now. That's my reading for right now. And again, I've read some comments, right, to this little picture, to this quote, and people say, they ask, so what is the solution? So can you think right now and give me a solution of that problem? What do you think, guys? Just give me your solution. How to avoid laziness. So we discussed with you this topic already, right? So you can give me a recommendation. So can you give me 3 things how to get rid of laziness? Give it to me right now. Number 1, let's go. So number 1 is what? Stop your desires, right? Stop desiring things. Let's have a plan, right? Or something. Step by step, right? Avoid thousands, right? Let's get the concentration on one thing, or it's only one thing at a time, right? Next thing, just be proactive here and now, right? So it means that you're not just only thinking about one object or subject. You are doing things. You are realizing your goal here and now. And the third recommendation I can give you, or you can give me, is, what's that? Give it to me. It's a physical activity. When you do physical activity, your sadness disappears. Trust me. Been there. I felt that so much, and I didn't like it. So I woke up in the morning, let's imagine, right? And then I feel very sad. I don't want to do anything. I'm lazy, right? Why? Because my concentration is on sleepless night, right? Or on my desire that I want to sleep so much. But no. You already awake, right? It means that you can start doing something important in your life, right? Let's concentrate on the importance, why you are awake, why you opened your eyes, right? So you're changing the direction of your thoughts, and your laziness disappears, right? It's appearing for a moment. I'm lazy. I don't want to do things. Oh my God, this English, this homework, this training, I don't want to do it. And then you go and do physical activity. And trust me, after 5 or 10 minutes of physical activity, you'll feel much better. 100,000 times better. And then after the training, you will see that your situation has changed. Okay? So that's the 3 steps we discussed with you. And it's just a little episode for today, only 20 minutes. I was here with you guys for 20 minutes and it was amazing. Please keep running. Please keep doing your job with your English practice. It's vitally important for all of us. It is very important to do things. And it's not very cool when you are playing with your laziness, okay? Please be confident. Do your job and you will achieve your results. Just remember, it's impossible to achieve your goals right away. You don't want to be in a perpetual cycle, right? You don't want to face any vicious cycles, right? You want to have a happiness, right? It's vitally important. Okay, thank you all. If you guys have any comments or feedbacks, please send me the message to my Instagram page. It's instagram.com/bondarison. If you want to discuss the particular topic, just let me know what kind of topic you're interested in. And let me know what kind of topics you like the most, right? We have different topics here. Political Bomb is about political news. We have emotional mini stories about learning the new vocabulary with reading and repeating a funny story. Then we have just emotional life lessons, right? Just like today's one, right? When we are working with our personal development skills, right? When we are working on ourselves and growing gradually, step by step, right? These things are amazing. And please give me your comments. If you like our podcast and you want to have the private lessons with me, just let me know. I have my personal website. It's www.danilabondarenko.ru. And you can apply, you can submit our tryout lesson. It's not available right now, but maybe it's going to be available next year from January. So I have a waiting list. I can add you to my waiting list, right? And we can have our private lessons in our future. So that's all for today. Be positive, be emotional, be cool with your English. And remember, it's useless to have tons of practice with unknown words. Do just a little step every day and you'll achieve your results. Thank you. Have an amazing time. Bye.